I'm not sure what a creationist is a sodomite, but let's just continue.
Nothing and exploded and made everything. Am I wrong?
Yes, you're wrong. It didn't explode, it expanded.
Anyway, if macroevolution is real, and then why are there plants that need animals to live, and vice versa? And which came first? And do you even have a link?
What the fuck does... I don't know what plants have to do with macroevolution exactly, and too much. There's a pertinent issue of macroevolution, which is that there's not really a example that you can call a solid example of macroevolution, even though the things that are more reasonable to call microevolution.
That I can see bones of what grew in between monkeys and humans, or did a monkey just give birth to a human? All right. Well, first, no scientist ever said that a dot evolved from nothing. We understand very well what happened up to one gazillionth of a second just after the expansion until now. Um, no scientist has ever claimed to know exactly what caused it. There is definitely speculation
Some
since
scientists
there's no
did.
billion. As
Yeah.
far as a monkey giving birth to a human, speciation is what we're talking about here. It's very rare, and in fact might take centuries. If a population of organisms were isolated from the rest of the species by geographical boundaries, it might be subjected to different pressures, and which would cause different changes to accumulate in the isolated population. If these changes became so significant that this isolated group would could not or routinely would not breed with.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Well, if you don't know how this dot exploded, then why do you even think it did? Don't you think the Earth was just too nice at first for some explosion to cause it by accident? It just seems preposterous. I just think everything is just too perfect. Also, how do we even know right from
Perfect is what he means is homeostatic.
wrong if we just evolved from monkeys?
Well, what the real argument is, this guy right here, the Eddy Goombah, the creationist version is I don't know if he's on the same page, but the real argument is how does it maintain homeostasis?
Okay, the reason why we know there is a great expansion is that through telescopes, we can see that all matter is moving away from each other. Okay? Like a firework. If you turn back time, everything moves toward each other, and
Actually, it's expanding and contracting.
if you run back time far enough, it all goes to one finite point. Okay? There really isn't anything crazy about that. And we know that everything is moving away from each other because of something called redshift. Everything is definitely not perfect. Our bodies decay and die. We are full of useless vestigial organs that can cause.
Useless organs, okay. No. The point is homeostasis, and you need to respond to that point, which is the main one of the main views that I guess we're gonna call him an atheist, or people who don't believe in creation think that the world exists out of chance. I have never seen a good refute for that, and a lot of the reason is because the actual probability of us, existing out of chance was put into sort of an actuary chart. You can go check Stephen Hawking's right hand man, one of them named Bernard Carr. He spoke about how this been done, and basically the probability of the world, even our bodies existing out of chance, is so astronomically ridiculous that it's scientifically almost able to call it impossible. We're talking about the 50 millionth degree.
Cause people to, lots of pain and infection and sickness and death if not treated, like an appendix. And our planet is in constant.
As far as disease, that all boils down, well, excuse me, why we die, that boils down to basically two out of the three theories for why we die, basically, are free radicals. not an error in design, but free radicals, which are byproducts of artificial monkeying around with natural electromagnetic structures. Look it up. Alright, I'll continue this in a part 2.